Hey guys, Thunderstruck MTB here. Yeah, it has been a hot minute. Last time I talked to you, I told you I was going to do a video on some handlebars around the Christmas time of 2024, but you know what? With my daughter and son-in-law here for the holidays and New Year, we just had so much fun. It just didn't happen. So forgive me for that. So yeah, here is my first video of 2025, and on top of that, I'm gonna pledge to give my best effort to try and keep all my videos from now on less than 10 minutes. It's a TikTok world we all live in, and I just have to embrace it. So that's my goal for the future. So without further ado, let's get after it. Changes from the bike since last video. There are two of them. One we're going to talk about today, which was a complete strikeout. Wasn't even a swing and a miss. It was a called strike 3 looking. We'll talk about that in a second. And another one, there's a component on the bike, and you guys are staring right at it right now. The astute eyes might be able to find out what it is. This is a Grand Slam home run, and that will be the next video. I'll give a little teaser somewhere in this one of what that is. So, without further ado, let's get into it. This is my thoughts, my experience on trying 165 millimeter cranks down from my 170 millimeter cranks. I'm not making this video to lead you in any certain way, one way or the other. I'm just simply giving it as a data point from a dude with a camera in his garage. So before I give you my opinions, it's absolutely imperative you know something about me. I'm 57 years old, 6 foot tall. I have a 32-inch inseam and for pants. And my riding, I call it good hard mountain biking. A lot of people might call it cross country. Most of my rides are all of my rides are between 14 miles on the short side, 21 miles on the long side. I try to fit right in that 17 to 18 mile window. Climbing 2,300 feet to 3,000 feet, not square, 3,000 feet. I do a ton of seated pedaling. I don't like to stand up and pedal, spinal issues here and there, so I don't like to stand up and do that. So a lot of seated pedaling. So you need to know all that before and decide to yourself if where I'm coming from, what I consider mountain biking, is even relevant to you or not. Okay, so there you go. And here is sort of my opinion on what happened with my 165s. So I've been doing this mountain biking since 1987. I've been on 175 millimeter cranks the entire time. I built up Mr. Matt Blackout you're seeing right here a little over a year ago. And I threw on the shortest cranks ever, 170 millimeter cranks. Those were a home run in every way. The only thing I didn't care for was having to raise my saddle to 5 millimeters higher. So I still kept my leg extension the same when the pedal was in the 6 o'clock position. That was the only thing I didn't care for, but it was a brand new bike compared to old Greenie over there, hiding over there. So everything was kind of okay. Back to the 170 cranks. I like everything about them. The way they spin, leverage, my foot placement as I'm descending, nothing but positive things to say about it. Well, Thunderstruck, why would you try 165s? Well, I see the same videos, forum posts as you, everything else about, shortest is bestest, right? And everybody's on 155 cranks and 150 cranks even, and this, that, and the other. So I thought to myself, you know what am I missing? Maybe if the 170 from 175s was such a hit, maybe the 165s, from 170s will be just as big of a hit. So found these brand new on sale, SRAM GX Eagle aluminums, and threw them on the bike. They were the only change I made. Same, everything else exactly the same. I did raise my saddle up about 3 millimeters. I started at 5, but I really disliked around the neighborhood here that extra 5 millimeters of saddle height based on my seated position. So I compromised right around 3 millimeters of saddle raising. And went for a ride. It was a Saturday. It was a great day, no wind. I was in a perfect mood. Couldn't wait to get out there. It's about a 40-minute straight climb from my garage to the top of the trail center. It takes about 40 minutes to get up there. And one of the main roads to get up there, kind of a jeep trail, is called the Grunt, to give you an example of how hard it might be. And so I headed out. So as I started heading out, it quickly dawned on me that everything was harder. It just felt harder. And I thought to myself, oh, great, I'm having an off day. One of those off days with heavy legs. You know what I thought? You know, it felt like I was in sand. It felt like everything I was in at least a half a gear or a gear higher until I ran out of gears. And it was just harder. And I struggled all the way to the top of the trail system. I finally got to the trail system. And whenever I have a day like that with heavy legs on before, by the time I do my first ascend and my, you know, I don't know, I guess my endorphins go in and whatever else, having a great time, I usually get rid of that feeling of heavy legs and everything is good, adrenaline's pumping. Didn't happen, man. I stayed with it the entire time. It was just hard effort wherever I went. And as I got to about the halfway point of my out and back, everything for me is an out and back since I, leave here and come back here, I started developing right knee pain. Top of the knee, left hand in his side butt, top of the knee, and it happened pretty quickly within just, I don't know, man, quarter of a mile, and it was like, So I abandoned ship. No way I was calling my wife to come pick me up. I abandoned ship and got home as quickly and as easily as I could. That's the nice thing about, the trail system being up there, is coming down home is much easier. So yeah, I came back home, put the bike in the stand, didn't even look at it for a couple days, just kind of nursed my knee. I missed a midweek ride because of it. And I immediately threw back on my 170 millimeter cranks, and here they sit right here, the 165s, and there they will sit. So that is my experience based on how I ride, what I look for in a ride. That's my first-hand experience, guys, with cranks I purchased with my own money. Why did I have such a bad experience just in 5 millimeter reduction going from the 170s down to these 165s? When I had such a great experience going from 175s to these 170s, I don't know. I have no idea. That's up for the physios and the engineers and the other YouTube videos to say. But I'm just giving you a data point of my experience, and there it is. So I guess it goes against the grain of everything we read on forum posts and all the YouTube videos of the shortest is the bestest these days, right? So there you go, guys. Just kind of throwing this out there to help someone in the future, help someone now, give someone a different perspective, first-hand perspective. What I'd like to ask is it's a small community, minuscule community here, minuscule channel, but if you have a data point, for the good or the bad, whatever, can you put it in the comments, and if you do, maybe your size, how tall of a rider are you? What is your pant inseam? Because that stuff does matter. And then what do you look for in riding? Do you ride e-bikes? Do you do all uplifts or whatever you're doing your style? And then maybe talk about your experiences with shorter cranks. Are you totally happy on 155s? And I'm crazy. I must have done something wrong. I don't know, guys. Let's, if you have any experience, throw that in the comments. Let's get as many data points as we can for other people who find this video in the future, to give them at least, I don't want to say a second thought, but at least give them something else to think about, a different perspective from someone who actually, again, firsthand did it. Yes, it was only one ride, but there was no way in hell that I was going to put myself through that again. So 170s are back on, 165s, I'll probably put them for sale. If you're interested, hit me up in the comments. This is February 26th of 2025. So there you guys go. Complete strikeout. That was a strike 3 called, looking, and yeah, there you go. So my next video, that's going to be on these set of bars right here. Yeah, these are the PNW Loam carbon bars with Thunderstruck. Your last video you had those. What are you going to see now? No, those were the 38 mil rise, and these are the brand new 50 mil rise. Oh my days. These have been a game changer for me in every way. Super stoked about that. That video is going to happen really soon, I promise. Heck, I've already filmed it, I know. So that's going to be released here, and you'll get a twofer coming up here in some days here. So there you guys go. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope whatever cranks you're on, you guys are just digging them, whether they're old man 175 cranks or the young lion 150 cranks. Whatever you're doing, hope you're loving it. It's about 10 minutes, and it's time for me to go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope everything's good. See ya.